Into the Light is here, which of course means there is lots to get done. It is practically another 30th anniversary level of event, which means there's lots of grinding to do and lots of different things you have to get through. Now, when you spawn in, you'll be treated to a little cutscene that will be a nice little rendition of, I guess, what it means to be a Guardian. And from that, you will walk through essentially what is tower storage, where we get a nice little behind the scenes of the different events, where you can see lots of different seasonal event stuff locked in away for the season. It's a nice little thing to go through. But from that point, you will walk forward and you'll be passing by all of these chests, and you will talk with Shax up here on the front panel. Now, from this point, he will pretty much direct you to level up to rank 1810, which has been easier than ever because Gift of the Thunder Gods is actually up to Pinnacle Cap, which is pretty much almost the exact same stuff as before. The stats might be a little bit different, but it's essentially the same armor set and same weapons that had a pretty nifty variety of roles, but I digress. From the Gift of the Thunder Gods, you'll be prompted to reach 1810 total power, which then will send you into Onslaught. Now, personally, I had to actually pick up a bounty from Shax before it even went on to this next bit, but this is where it all goes forward. Of course, Onslaught is, as they showed, a Horde defense mode. There is a basic version of the playlist available to anyone with matchmaking, but only goes to round 10, and there is a more, let's say, restricted version, which can go all the way to rank 50 or to round 50. Even has basic and legend versions of everything, but this does not have any matchmaking. So this one would be Fireteam specific. But from that point, there is some stuff about the rewards. Now, good news and bad news. Of course, we already knew that some stuff was going to be time gated, but there is a little bit of extra time gating that you will have to see. So you visit Shax, and of course, you do see his reputation and rank ups, which comes with various engrams, the trophies, which is the main currency, then of course, class item, armor, access, and resources. And of course, we all noted the Superblack key alpha. Now, the other one to earn Superblack specifically is held by Arcite, which this is where things get a little bit unfortunate, because after you run the first initial onslaught, it does give you access to Arcite's weapon quests from that point. And the weapon quests are pretty simple. It's literally just using that type of weapons in either Onslaught or a variety of other places. And mostly, it'll be relevant to their thing. Like the Recluse is earned through either defeating targets with submachine guns anywhere in the system, or in Onslaught, or using them against Guardians in the Crucible. So, yeah, you'll see a few things like that based on their origin points, but regardless, you will see, of course, weekly bounties. It's something separate, but then there is the other Superblack key, which is done after you complete all of the Brave Weapon quests, which are these, and that of course, is going to be time-gated a little bit. So, unfortunately, you will have these 6 total, and you'll have another 2 for every following week. Now, from that point as well, there is the other bit of Superblack that you have to earn, and that is through reputation. Now, a large portion of the reputation, I'm assuming, is going to be done through bounties and, of course, completions of Onslaught. Because I have done a few handfuls of bounties, done 2 rounds of Onslaught, and I am only this far. So it's possible this will be a grind equal to 30th anniversary in that. But from that respect, now Attunement. Now, you will also learn Attunement after you do your first quest. It will prompt you to claim Elsie's weapon quest, which of course will be pulse rifle kills anywhere in the system, and I forget what the other thing was, but essentially a round of Onslaught seems to do well enough. And from that point, once you return, it'll actually prompt you to walk over here to this hollow statue. Now, you will learn Attunement after you do every individual quest the first time. After that point, Attunement will be unlocked for a variety of other weapons. And in case you weren't so sure about how, these are the platforms for the other thing. That one is the mountaintop. Over here, I believe, is the Midnight Coup. And of course, like I said, these are walled off, expecting to be opened up as the weeks continue. And of course, there is a variety of random chests here that require rank specifics and trophies of bravery that can be earned through the activity. Now, they don't exactly say specifically what they are, or actually, no, they do. It does show little armor logos down here, so you get an idea of what you're spending your money on. It might actually be rarity tiers or otherwise something like that. Or it could be for the 3 various classes. This could be Titan, Hunter, and Warlock if this was yellow. Actually, that's looking like it is it. Oh, and there is the giant marble logo. So, aside from my partial blindness, yeah, that is pretty much the basics to Into the Light from the start. Of course, I imagine we'll have more. There was little bits of lore that was in part of the thing, but just to recap, Superblack is earned through 2 keys. One is from Shaxx and ranking up his reputation all the way to max, earning the first key. And then the second one is earned from our site, which will be time gated until all weapons are available, but you have to complete every single weapon quest right here to earn the additional Superblack key. And from there, ranking up reputation is pretty much as easy as just running bounties constantly. And you do have dailies and repeatable bounties that do reward Shaxx reputation. And there is weeklies from our site that are a little bit more different. Some are more difficult than others because there is like an onslaught target here, then there is Gambit there, and then there is Crucible there. So there are options and places to go in various difficulties, but of course there is going to be higher tier stuff and more difficult stuff depending on how good you are at, of course, Crucible and things like that. But with that, yeah, that is pretty much the most of it to Into the Light. Of course, this is the very start of it. It could develop in some form or way. Of course, there might be some changes to the event field if it turns out the grind is too long for, you know, the 2-month period we have this for. But yeah, that is pretty much it all. My name is Matt Scorpion. I will see you in the next video.